Greetings and welcome to Christian News and Views, episode 2645. And this is Thursday Bible Talk. Well, we're returning to a topic that's more and more common these days because of the ongoing war. And I'm just a follow up to a previous discussion I had. This is entitled, Is This War in the Bible? Now, I am not, and I make no claims about being a great Bible scholar. I'm not a pastor or anything of this nature, but I am a long time, well, almost 53 years Bible student. And based on my knowledge, my research, and things of this nature, my answer is going to be right here, right now. And if you have a different view on it, feel free to comment and let me know. Be nice. But here it is. So, like I said, I've answered this question previously in talking about unwalled villages, but let's revisit Ezekiel chapter 38, verses 8 through 11. Beginning with verse 8. After many days thou shalt be visited, in the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste. But it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. Thou and all thy bands, and many people with thee. Thus saith the Lord God, I shall also come to pass, or rather this, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, not and having neither bars nor gates. So let's look at this. First of all, look at the term be like a cloud. That's a very huge, when you think of it, that's talking about a very great, you call it a grand army, if you will. You got to remember who we're talking about here. The I, the thou, that's all referencing Russia. You read it in context, you kind of get that, you understand that. So it is true that they have a large army. Many of them are drafted, and not necessarily are they all that willing. And their training is abominable. So they get thrown in, and it's like a meat grinder. They just falling by the thousands. So I don't think the current army is basically going to be able to come like a cloud. In fact, the Ukrainian army has shown it's more like a paper tiger. Remember, 4 years ago, well, almost five now, but 4 years ago, when Russia launched this war, they had a huge army. It may have been bigger than ours. I think it was at the time. It had all sorts of equipment and everything. But the Ukrainian army demonstrated that that was a paper tiger. What was supposed to last only a few days, now we're kind of in the fifth year. They had a lot of men and state-of-the-art war machines, but it is doubtful that they have much in the way of superior weapons now. The next phrase I want to look at is brought forth of many nations. This is talking about Israel, about the people of Israel. And there is no question that modern day Israel has been brought forth of many nations. They are still receiving Jews coming from other nations, including Russia, for that matter, from all over the world. Now, some stay home, just like the Jews in Babylon. Some went back to Jerusalem to rebuild the walls, and then later on, first of all, the temple, and then later on the walls. Well, many Jews went back to Israel, their homeland. To They actually took what had turned into a wasteland, and it now is it blossoms with all kinds of um, agricultural products and so forth. They also built a new nation, and one that is both modern in every aspect, and their army, their air force, their defenses, and everything are state of the art. It's just don't match up. And the ones who have the state of the art are the Jews, not the Russians. We dealt on this other subject, dwell safely. We're going even before the current outbreak of war, Israel was daily being attacked by missiles and drones. So the safety or safely is not a word that comes to my mind. More of this in a moment. That moment is right now on walled villages. Now, I've spoken on this before, but it needs to be restated. As I have said in the past, this speaks of being at peace. It's a military term. Back in those days, there was a reason why they had walls, folks. It wasn't to keep out trespassers. It wasn't to keep out wild animals. It was to keep out the enemy, an armed foe, an army. It was their defense to protect them. And this will happen when the Antichrist makes a treaty with Israel. That treaty will be for 7 years. Around the middle of it, 3.5 years in, the Antichrist will enter the new temple. That during that time, the new temple will be built, and then he will pollute it. We could go into that, but we're not going to for lack of sake of time. But he pollutes it, and when he does that, the Jewish people will recognize it. He is not Christ. He is not the Messiah. He is not the one they think or thought. And they will turn, at that time, they will begin to turn. It's going to be the whole nation. We will be gone. The rapture will have already taken place, and we will be gone. And so the Jews now, they will turn to Christ and worship him. 144,000 Jewish witnesses will go forth. These are not Jehovah's Witnesses. These are witnesses from Israel, Jewish people. And they will go forth into the world, and they will win men and women, both Jew and Gentile, to the Lord. They won't be part of the church. The church will be gone. So the peace treaty at this point in time has brought them thus far. And during that time, the Iron Dome, their anti-missile defense, every defensive that they have tool will be dismantled or set aside. They probably will have reduced or maybe even dismissed their army, and they will be at peace. They will be prospering. They will be enjoying peace with their neighbors, the Arabs. They may even get into some joint ventures together. That's not the current situation. Oh, one more thing. It says this, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them. As I mentioned, the I is Russia. It's not the United States nor Israel. The current battle that's going on right now technically started 47 years ago, but it's part of a larger warfare going back to the days of Abraham. But it's a coalition of U.S. and Israeli forces attacking Iran. That's Old Testament Persia. At best, this might be a precursor of a future invasion, but it is not, in my opinion, the Bible. So this is a little bit briefer, I think. Excuse me. Didn't mean to do that. This is part of a what was I saying? It's a precursor. This whole thing is something that I think we need to address and think about. There's some people out there talking about being, and it could be that war. I don't see it. They're smarter than I am, so I can be corrected. Uh, but you need that. There's some problems there that you have, and I don't see how you can respond to them. The on-walled villages, dwelling in safety, being at peace. How? How do you equate that with the world today? Russia coming down as a cloud. How do you equate that to what they have today? Iran would in the Ezekiel passage would probably be one of their allies. Well, Iran effectively has their military ability has been reduced to missiles fired from very remote and constantly mobile positions, and also drones, and that has been diminished considerably over the opening days. It's gone down. It's going to continue to go down as they get tracked down and destroyed. And so this is something that I just don't see how this is in the Bible at all. If you have some ideas about it, maybe you need something I've said, or you need to straighten me out, feel free to do so. But please be kind. the Like I said, I can be corrected. I've been corrected all my life on things, so that is something I can live with. But just be kind, be polite, be Christian. But and also, if you have information that proves me wrong about the on-wall villages or anything else, then I need to know about it. So share it with me. And we have a comment area where you can leave your comments. And if you don't want me to name, I won't name you anyhow. But if I bring it on here, I might quote the passage or part of the post or whatever, but I won't name you by name. So anyhow, I always try to inform you, encourage you, and to inspire you. Hopefully, I've done something along those lines. This is brought to you by TNR Independent Books. And we have now going on right now a spring sale. It's actually a coupon campaign. So you go on there, the coupon is listed right there around the bottom. It should be on the bottom of the screen. And when you go there, you get 26% off on certain services that we offer. 26% off. That's big. This is 2026, so there's where you get your 26 years or 26%. And this is an opportunity that is going on during the spring. But it's coming today, and every day it gets closer when that will stop. So look it up, just check it out. And if it fits what you want, what you're looking for, then I look forward to meeting with you. Well, you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode.